He's eating candy. He's eating really great. You want me to say like this? You never took the picture. If you tell me you're gonna take the picture, then I'll go.
Now while you're up here.
Why not? I'm gonna have.
Hey, I'm too far away.
It doesn't matter. So you're doing. You are the master.
In September, I'm getting the new iPhone when it comes out. Because it comes out usually in September, October.
Yeah.
The 16 has a better camera. Like I have 11, and I bought my wife a 15. She could take pictures. You know, my son, everything, we go all that stuff.
Oh, love it. What happened with your new food? turn it on now.
Okay.
Okay, we're going.
Okay,
Eileen,
perfect.
We are in on. Mark, are you sure we're on?
Go ahead. You found it?
Yes, sir.
He has it queued up for you.
Check your phone. Come on now.
Thank you. See, I like this buster.
Okay. All right. My little. Since I was told I was violent with the other one, so now I have to be very dainty. It's very dainty. It's crystal. It's a what was that
It's
little?
not making any
What's that word?
sound.
Crystal?
Glass.
Waterford something?
Waterford crystal.
Yeah. That way I was
cannot
being
do it
good.
like-
It's 8:26.
827.
8:27.
Okay. Yeah, laughing at my gavel. Workshop commission meeting at 8:26 p.m. Pledge of allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the
The United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Jacobs is absent. Excused, absent. Acting Clerk Commissioner Kashem? Yes. Clerk Commissioner Hodgkins?
Here.
Vice Mayor Morset? Mayor Mohammed?
Here.
We have quorum.
Okay, perfect. There's no deletions, right? I'm looking at all y'all, giving y'all the evil eye. No. Yes, no, maybe.
No.
Looking at you, Bill.
What?
Any deletions or
No.
withdrawals? No? Okay. All right. No presentations. Okay, fire department, Captain Kane, come on down. Our stats are good. We're going to do the abbreviated version, okay?
I'll give you the quick rundown. Battalion Chief Michael Kane, Broward Sheriff's Office, representing Town of Pembroke Park. In the Town of Pembroke Park, statistics for the month of April are we ran a total of 208 calls for service. Okay, and the composition of the calls is as follows. We ran 6 structure fires, 21 vehicle accidents, 22 vehicle accidents on the highway, 10 fire alarms, 140 medical calls for assistance, and 9 service calls for a total of 208 for the month of April. That concludes my presentations. I'm happy to answer any questions if you have them.
No? Oh, okay, you're just coming on down. I love it. Okay, no questions. Thank you very much.
Have a good evening. Thank you.
Have a great evening. Thank you. Come on down. 7.1, building report, building official.
Since this will probably be my last workshop with you, I'm going to keep it really short. Numbers are stable from month to month. We're still, revenue-wise, we're still behind last year because we haven't issued any large permits, but we have 6 permits in the final phases that are large that will be issued, so we should catch up relatively fast. That's it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
I know I saw Jocelyn. Code enforcement, code compliance. Do you have a report for us? Are you going to tell us everything's good, right?
Chief Code Compliance Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park. Good evening, Madam Mayor, Acting Clerk Commissioner, and Clerk Commissioner. You all look great tonight. And and I just want to say for the record, I have a bachelor's degree, and I'm supervisor level.
But you're not a party of one. Remember that.
I think I'm good with that, though.
Okay.
And if you ever, want me to go to law school, I'm up for that too.
Hey, we have a program here. Just saying, we do employment education program. We're not Davie where everyone went to law school, but we do have a program.
Okay.
Have reimbursement. Just saying.
Now, to present my April report, we had 23 notice of hearings, 3 cases approved for reduction of fines, 12 finding of facts and approved extensions, 4 approved recorded liens, 14 notice of violations, 4 courtesy notices, 29 cases not in compliance, and 14 cases closed. These cases were related to prohibited outdoor storage, property and swell area maintenance, work without permit, operating without a business tax receipt and certificate of use, public nuisance, health sanitation, prohibited signs, special event permit, and graffiti. Attached to the agenda, you'll see the April 17, 2024 meeting for your review. And lastly, I just want to let you guys know that Code Officer Gustin did attend the 1-week Code Officer Safety Training by the Florida Association of Code Enforcement. And we are rating his test results, but I'm confident that he did pass. And on the last, I believe it was a workshop meeting, I was asked about waste management putting signs on the dumpsters. I checked with our town ordinance and building department. A public convenience sign is exempt from getting permits, so they can put like a decal sign on the dumpsters that can basically address the bulk service, the free bulk service that the town has. But that's something that probably will be an expense that waste management will incur. And also, if it's something that that the property managers want to do for their dumpster enclosure, that's also an expense that the property managers have to incur as well. And I did speak to the gentleman from Waste Management, and he mentioned us meeting with several property managers and just going over this with them. So, and that concludes my report. Any questions?
Does anyone have any questions?
No.
Nope.
Thank you for the follow-up.
Thank you.
And yes, now you get your 5% raise at the end of the year since you can't write me up. What do we have left? No, David.
Finance Department.
HR is gone. IT. Mark, come on down.
No, Mark doesn't.
Mark done.
Mark doesn't have anything.
Mark does have something.
He does.
Yeah.
He made
He
with
has
the
me stressing him out
sign.
about Monday.
No, he made with the sign.
What happened?
Not Asana, Monday. Task management.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's going to tell you that he's
Mark
working on
Pakula, IT Director.
He's going to have something ready really, really soon, right?
We will. Yes, I'm looking out for some different solutions. I actually, on another update, I met with a company regarding the sign. So we had a good meeting today. We've scheduled weekly meetings, and we're going to come up with some locations that have electricity to minimize the cost. And I also told them we're looking for someone that maybe advertise and pick up the cost, like you guys are talking about. So probably by the end of the summer, we'll have everything to bring to you guys when you come back. So you guys can look at what we can do, give you some options, and we'll move forward. One other thing, just a good note here. I got the confirmation that I got the second IT cybersecurity grant that I did. So last one was about 118. Should be somewhere around that. So those are the things that come when we go to our conventions and we get money, and we're trying to maybe next year see if they'll do the police side. This is just for the town side. So we've been awarded it, and probably roll it out in about a month and a half. They just continue on. So that's really all I have right now.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then you're going to work on getting the fire department moved by putting some fiber in so that we can use that
That's-
office, right?
Yeah, we can definitely look at that. Not a problem. That's it.
Can you get us do you need us for that? Or can you guys just do it in-house?
You could give us the direction, but yeah. If
Okay. To move
they
the
want
fire
us to
department
officially
from
tell the fire department we want to move them somewhere up on the
third floor.
maybe the third floor. Once the police should be, just so you do know, some of the police have moved down. We've moved a lot of the infrastructure into the police department. I would think within the next week or so, we'll have everybody pretty much down there. We're just making do with what we have as far as furniture and things like that, but we'll have everybody down there. So in essence, they could move up there. I can just change out some of the infrastructure that I ran up there for the police, switch it over on the town side, and well, actually, they won't even need that. They're going to bring in their own stuff. So
Yeah. Well, together with that, I think with the SCADA grant that the town has presently, we're gonna need an area to actually house the computers and the program. And that area was scheduled to monitor all the lift stations and put up all where the fire department is. But now, with the addition of all the different positions that was just approved, we're also gonna need a space, space for all these other positions. So I think holistically, you gotta look at a space plan and see where you're gonna be putting all these new bodies and where is, the SCADA system gonna be housed, the fire department. So
When are,
that's,
when are we scheduled for the next shredding of, since half those boxes in that office are thing, because that room's the same size as this room, and it's like literally this half is all marked for destruction, and then there will be just like the back half of the room, and we could start using that for offices, or we can call Iron Mountain and get in and let them scan all that crap and get it out.
It's not about scanning. It's those documents need to be kept because those are
All that's left right now is kept.
No. What happens is you keep those documents until the time period, and then they can be destroyed. So
But the boxes here that say building say.
All I'm saying is you will always have.
Yeah, but there's two offices inside of there. We don't need that. We don't need a room this big.
No,
For
I agree
records.
with you. I agree with you.
So that room can start being subdivided to make office space for everybody so that everybody's on the second floor. I mean, because I know this side here is the building records that says to be destroyed. Like he has them marked like for somebody to come in with a shredder.
Right, 'cause I told
or I
him
can go
not-
take a lighter upstairs if you want.
I told him not to do it.
No, I've been waiting to get my furniture.
I told him not to do it so that we can get the company we used in the past to come in because they just come and take it. It's a lot easy. It's a lot cheaper than for him to be the one destroying.
There's also those two offices across from Public Works that aren't really being, that storage area
The finance or in the
where finance used to be, yeah.
archive room, yeah.
And then that room in back, which I guess is like
That
a
has all the old police
kitchen.
records.
So,
Yeah, that's in the back of where Warner is. The office closest to the window is just the old police records from 1970, 1980. It has all of our police and fire records of like when we had our own police department and fire department. It literally has calls of service for residents who are probably long gone.
Well, that's all gone.
No, they're still in there. Yep.
Then all that can be destroyed
So,
without a problem. The only
But
thing
that's
that
what I'm saying,
affected the employee, the only thing that I have to keep are the employee personnel folders. I have those.
yeah, so
Everything else can go. I didn't realize there was anything in there. I thought we had gotten rid of it.
there's a lot of stuff still in there. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's, like me personally, I would like to see just Iron Mountain come in, grab all that stuff, scan it, dump it, do whatever, and clean that room out. And then that way we have office space, because it doesn't make sense for us to have like, what is this room? Like what, 500 square feet? What's this room? Like 1,500 square feet? So we have 1,500 square feet of boxes and garbage that we could be utilizing. And so I would like for us to kind of get that out over the summer. If you guys could get a price to scan the rest of that stuff that can be thrown out. And then also the room here on the first floor in the building department with what room is that?
the old scanning room. Put
That
it that
weird
way.
scanning room. Yeah.
That was
and-
where the planner was supposed to go initially.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm seeing more. It seems to be more boxes than space for somebody to sit there now. Again, that's what they're. I'm not complaining because I'm a paper person. I'm not. I kill trees all day long. I will admit it, but we need to kind of move that along. So, Mark, could you get a price on that for us too? Of scanning that room, the whatever's left that has to be
for my
scanned,
man, sure.
and also those whatever is downstairs that's in those file cabinets and boxes too, so we can move it out.
Yeah, no problem.
And Elaine, can you see about, or Mark, can you see about moving fire with whatever wires they need done? The
Yeah,
fire
that's up to them. We just have to tell them they have to move, and then they're going to have to work with their IT department at the county.
wire? Okay. And then while you're ordering furniture, you can go ahead and order some more furniture for those offices. I don't know, whatever the price of a desk is. I have no idea. You're operating off a government contract. It's not like I really have much choice. Okay, thank
Thanks.
you. Okay. Police department, do you have anything for us, Dan? Oh, you do. Okay.
You have a copy of his report.
Okay.
Dan DeCourcy, Interim Chief of the Police Department. From May 1st to May 13th, Police Department handled 248 calls for service, wrote 31 citations, 57 reports. They conducted 43 traffic stops and handled 74 other incidents, which include 3 burglaries, 17 traffic accidents, and 2 felony arrests. We also had some calls for domestic violence. One incident of note is that Sergeant Dodge responded to a call just recently this week where a six-week-old baby was locked inside a vehicle. The mother had inadvertently locked the vehicle, and when he got there, the baby was in distress. They broke out the window, were able to extract the baby with the help of the fire department, and which the baby checked out to be fine, and they were able to get the mother calmed down and everything else, and ended up actually having a baby seat issue inside the vehicle, so they fixed the baby seat for the mother so she wouldn't have any future problems with that. We also had a grand theft auto arrest in the city this week, a Honda that was stolen that was recovered by our officers. So they are doing a lot of proactive work. They seem to be excited about working and being able to do things, and I look forward to the continued success of them and their activity and so on.
You
questions?
are doing a great job, and we appreciate all of your hard work and dedication to the town. Thank you.
Thank you.
Public Service Director, Acting Town Manager, Lift Station 15.
Lift Station 15, actually, this was a PO that was issued in 2021-22 for connecting Lift Station 15 and doing the complete installation. For some reason, the lift station was, the work on the lift station was stopped. But with the issuance of looking at the permits for the force main, it came back up again, and most of the work has to be completed. In my conversation with the interim town attorney, I think we're going to require a budget amendment to continue this project with the addition of the 31,000 as requested by the contractor.
Yeah, if I may just add there, this appears, having looked through some of the backup information, to be a project that went out to bid back in either 2020 or 2021. I think the former Public Works Director had started the process. However, there seems to have been a drop-off at some point with regards to the permitting. I know they secured permits from the county and some other agencies. The town's permit was never issued. Given the amount of time that's lapsed, cost of materials has increased. Again, this is sort of a unique situation because under the terms of our agreement, a notice to proceed was issued and the work should have been completed within 150 days. It appears that there was a drop-off at the town's end. So in order to get the project done, we're going to bring back a contract amendment at your next meeting, which will embrace the additional cost, provide an additional timeline for completion, and try to get the project finished. I don't know the exact history, but there seemed to have been a drop-off sometime around 2021 or 2022.
Correct.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
That's it.
Next discussion.
Is that for consent?
That, well, if they have it ready.
We'll have it ready for you. Oh, yeah, we'll have it ready.
Yeah, it would be done.
All right.
Consent?
How scary are my numbers?
30,000.
Okay, that's fine. All right, discussion 15.1, agenda ordinance. Me and you have had the discussion regarding that. So if you could kind of work on with Marlon and kind of adjusting our.
I don't have a problem. We will work on it and bring something back.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. The intern program. So we've been having this discussion about having an intern program and kicking the bucket down the road for a long time now. A couple months ago, I visited my alma mater of St. Thomas University. And yeah, I'm giving you 2 interns so that we can cut our costs down because we can get them the right ordinances and just have the attorney review it and give them some college experience so that they can meet their hours and requirements. And also we've spoken to Broward College and FAU as well. And I would like to get the internship programs started, have Susie overseeing the program and coordinating with each department to see how many interns they need. And she'll be, able to sign off on it if you guys are okay with having interns here so that we can get some more work done.
I can do these courses.
You want to do the courses too? Uh-oh. Lasvika's going to be your intern. So if you guys are okay with that, we can do direction
Yes.
for that. Okay, perfect. So, yeah, I would definitely like to do that. And I'll give you guys Miss Lourdes Fernandez's card. She actually already posted it on LinkedIn like 3 months ago, but we ain't gonna talk about that. 15.3 Hurricane Preparedness Procedures for tenant mobile homes, RV tenants, and general town preparedness. Come on down, Mr. Janzer.
There's no further action on 15.2, right?
Nope, we're gonna just, it was directional.
Direction?
Good evening, Commissioner, Mayor, Janzer,
Sorry, hold on.
Already, no, hold on 1 second.
We're on 15.3 Hurricane
Yes.
Preparedness.
Okay. Well, we're at that season again, which we all dread, and it's very stressful for us. It seems like it comes earlier and stays longer every year. And with the changing weather conditions in the world, with the global warming, the water temperatures are hotter. It just makes more fuel for the storms to be more intense, and it's not good. So my hope is that we can get together this year and get out more information to the tenants in RV parks, mobile home parks, apartments, because we have a lot of new tenants and residents that came in. They haven't been through a storm. They don't know. And trust me, I've been doing this, dealing with storms. I've been here 69 years and almost 70 years already. So unless you've been in a real hurricane, you don't know. We have apathy because we have some people, they've been here for a storm, but we didn't get the direct part of the cone. We got the outskirts, and they said, well, I was here for Andrew. It was nothing. Well, 20 miles south of here, everything was devastated. So, I mean, I have friends that it was supposed to come, I was supposed to come down County Line Road, which would have made a whole different impact for us. Last minute, it took a 20-mile jog to the south, and everybody down there got hurt real bad.
Yeah, I love it.
I had friends in CBS homes that the roof was ripped off, and the man and his wife were hiding in the closet with a mattress over them with no roof. They both had heart attacks. One of them died. So, and we went down to Homestead to help with the fire department and the police officers after Andrew went down there. Now, the other thing people don't understand is there's no street signs. There's no street lights. All the trees are shredded. You have no landmarks. You have absolutely no idea where you are. Your GPS won't work. Your cell phones won't work. Towers are down. People don't understand this. It's like being in a whiteout up north in the snow. You think you know where you are, but you have no idea. So they don't know that the stores sell out all their merchandise immediately. The gas stations are out of fuel, and they procrastinate, and they wait till the last minute, and then they get on the road. Well, guess what? 95 is totally deadlocked. The turnpike's deadlocked. They got nowhere to go. The fuel on the turnpike and the highways are out of fuel. So we'd like to get people to take it very seriously. Now, I know the town has a preparedness booklet, but it's on, it's online. These people aren't going to go online. A lot of them don't understand. They come from Midwest states. They don't know how to deal with this. They've never had to deal with it. Say, well, we give them options. Well, if you're here during the summer and you want to leave the RV during the storm, you have to be tied down and approved. If not, you have to pull out until the storm's clear, then you come back. Well, they say, well, if it's tied down, why do we have to leave? They don't get it. So, we have to, every year we have to go through a huge explanation. My wife is wonderful with these people, all newbies. We go over a huge dissertation about what to do, what not to do, but ultimately you have procrastinators, and they just won't do it. They don't even realize if they want to tie down at the last minute. Like this week, we had to go to West Palm Beach to get tie-down anchors, supplies. We had to have special orders for the tie-down straps. We just got those. We supply all these, and the corner protectors for the top of the RVs. Now, we have a little different situation. We're a family-built, family-run operation. Now, a lot of the parks in the area have been bought out by corporate. They have a whole different agenda than us. Now, they may have like a day manager, and the owners may never even come and seen the property, so they don't know. There's no vested or, emotional interest for them. So the day managers may or may not care what happens when they leave for the day. So in order to get all this information out, like I've seen in the past few years, I don't see people go around. It's a huge job for us. We have to go around checking all the trees and making sure everybody's got everything tied up, where they're going to go. Make sure their sheds are all tied and everybody's in order. Where do you have a plan? Where are you going to go? All these type of things. Now remember, there's going to be, after a storm, there's no AC. There's no electricity. And it could be 2 weeks at least, like in Wilma, and it is hot after a hurricane, and the humidity is awful. We got elderly people. They're not going to be able to deal with that. So previously, when we had BSO would come through the parks ahead of time. They would ask if we had special needs people that needed help, extra assistance, that type of thing. And the code enforcement would come by and bring, your information packets as well as the ones we give out. I haven't seen any of this. So I would like to have, you have it on your website, but they're not going to go on, these people aren't going to go on your website looking for something. So I'd like to have the packets delivered to the mobile home parks, the RV parks, the apartments, everybody that needs help, and, contact information numbers. Now, I don't know what the other parks do. This is basically, after we give them a big dissertation, you take one and pass it down. That's one of the notices we give them.
Okay, so
So I'd like to do, whatever we could do, work together as a, unit to get this out, because if it comes, it's not going to be good. If you have a 4 or a 5, our whole world's going to change.
that's true. All right, so what we'll do is you'll direct Jeffrey, since he's emergency management, to put together a list of all the shelters, even though we know that when they're not active, but there are certain shelters that you have to pre-register for if you have medical needs or if you have pet needs and things like that. So what we'll do is we'll put together a flyer, have Jeffrey put it together with those things. Did you guys order the pods or put your names on a list for the pods with the county? And with
I
FEMA
spoke to the county and they said, when it comes to the shelters, what happens, you're correct in, they have pre-registration and also pre-existing conditions. There's a list, but it also depends on the town itself to assist with that list. The other thing, not all the needs, especially when it comes to pets, apart from pre-existing medical conditions, when it comes to other things like pets and all of that, depending on the shelter and which one is open, they are going to direct us to accordingly. So coming back to the other questions about tie downs and structural issues, I believe the building department has a procedure in place in which, those things are also sent out. But what we could do is, in working with Broward County, with special needs and all of that, we'll get that list together. I'll get Jeffrey to get the flyers from the county and also pass it along to somebody.
On that topic, as far as the tie downs, you have a mobile home tie downs. You don't have one for RVs.
Right.
We've come up with our own standard for tie downs for the RRVs, at least as a minimum. But before, the previous building official, allegedly, he said he didn't care what the people put down as long as they paid their sticker, and I've seen some of the things. You can't leave it to the people because they put ridiculous things down and that will never work. These little screw-in attachments with a hook on the top that you put your dog in the yard and you put a leash on it.
Right.
That's what they use to put some little rinky-dink stuff. Oh, it's okay. No, it's not okay. So, I'd even work with the town. I've offered before to come up with a standard plan for RVs, at least as a minimum. You can have more than that, but, and there's no guarantee. If we get a 4 or 5, It won't matter anyway.
Right.
No, you could put those 2-foot screw downs in the ground and they won't make a thing. They'll blow. They'll be
Well,
gone.
I don't use 2-foot screw downs. That's what they were, 2-foot, or even the shed tie downs we use are bigger than 2-foot. So
We use them like this, and we used to put them in
use-
concrete though.
yeah, and double paddles and galvanized so they don't rust out.
Right.
Anyway,
Okay. All right. So we'll work together on this.
I don't see why not.
Bill, I'm gonna defer to you a little bit because.
Yeah.
Okay.
well, you got 3 commissioners that live in mobile homes. They could help out with their parks, getting the information out maybe.
I think we need to standardize something across the board too. I mean, with each type of structure.
I think the rules are there. They're just not being adhered to.
Well, there's nothing for RVs. You said
There's no.
For
we don't
an
even
RV.
have a code for RVs.
Most in my park anyway. They're all gone now. They all went home.
Yeah, they're just a winter, but we have
Yeah.
workers and everything in the summer too. So
Okay. So can we work on
it's
that?
it's an issue. And it's very stressful. I mean, trying to explain to these people, they
Yeah,
come
they
from
don't-
Midwest, they have no idea, absolutely no idea. So,
Okay.
A lot of
So
them don't
and we
understand.
want everybody to be safe. So and then they don't know that all their food's going to go bad. Their refrigerators, their freezers, everything.
okay. So we'll put something together based on the classification of the structure, whether it's a mobile home versus a RV, whatever. And you guys, I'm gonna defer to your expertise on this.
Well, we'll come up with something.
Okay, and then try to at least, even in the meantime, like put together like a voluntary program for them until we can get something permanently in place. Just because we're technically in hurricane season next week.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to see, especially
Yes, sir.
with the corporate. owned
He has to
com-
wait a second.
Go ahead.
Hold on,
I like-
Bob's still talking. Give him 1 second.
I'd like to see something with, especially with the corporate-owned parks, that, you get a hold of the managers and have them do something to educate these people because they,
Okay, and we'll put together some literature, and also I'm gonna add Dan into the mix, who's sitting back there. When we had BSO, we had Melissa Fuller,
Yeah.
right? It was Melissa Fuller. She was the community service liaison for BSO, and what she did was she actually went around to all the mobile homes, knocked on the doors, got a list for each one of the names, phone numbers, next of kin for notification purposes for those that chose not to leave during the hurricanes. But she maintained a list for each of the mobile home parks. If we could work on getting something like that done, that way we know who are our vulnerable folks in the town during hurricane season, so that we know, like, if we need to check on someone or anything like that. And also if we need to, God for sake, and if something happens and we need to notify someone, we had that information as well. So Dan, I'm gonna kind of put that on you. Sorry. Okay, Eric, you have the floor.
Okay.
Can you hear him?
The state of Florida have a free tie-down program for mobile homes. It does require organization, and since most of our parks do not have a homeowner association, I spoke to Lucy when she was employed here, and she thought it was a good idea. Maybe we can engage our building department in looking into who in the mobile home parks want this, how many, and then we can apply to, there's a university that administers the tie down, and the company will come down and do the tie downs, but they do not do 5 in each park. They want a large amount for them to come down, but it is free. But they need access to the underside of the mobile home, so people need to remove skirtings when it's arranged.
Did you get that?
I didn't hear it.
So basically, there's a program out there where you could get your tie downs. They will do it free, I guess. They will supply the tie downs, and
There's a company coming out, not supplying it, there's a company coming out doing it for us.
they do the install. Is that correct?
Yeah, but we need to organize it, and when there are no homeowner associations in the parks, how do you organize it? That's where I think the town could step in and help people organize this and make it happen.
Yeah. So you might get park owners who are not willing to get involved, so they might just want to.
Well,
So
here's
he's
the-
saying get the FMO involved. which
Well,
is,
here's another,
Park owners. It has something to do with the homeowners.
You're talking about the individual homes?
Yeah. The
Okay.
homeowners can organize. They don't have to be a homeowner association, but they need to organize and say, yes, we want this, and state how many homes it is, and fill in the address sheet and apply for it. And then that company will let them know when they come.
Eric, can you get us the information?
Yeah, I have all that information. I gave it to Lucy originally, but as you know, she left us.
All right, why don't you get it to us again so that we can look it over and do something with it?
So what he's saying,
Yeah,
it's a program that they'll come out, they'll do the tie down for each individual property or each individual mobile home, and the only thing is they do need access to the bottom part. So all the skirts have to be removed and all
Right.
that kind of stuff, but they also won't come down just for a couple. They have to come down for, I guess, like
They
a
want to do
larger
the park.
number.
Yeah, 100 or 200.
well,
100, 200.
here's another issue that you're going to run into. When you have outsiders come in,
Hold on, we need
Hold on,
one person
hold
at a time.
when you have outsiders come in, they don't know where your water lines, your sewer lines, your electric lines, your cable lines, all that are. And I know from experience that you have somebody that just comes in and
Hold
does
on,
that,
sir.
you got problems. Because they hit them, they find them,
Oh, I'm sure they would.
so that's a problem. So that's why we take care of our own. But, you know, and like I said, mobile homes have a code. They have a, you know, when they get set up, they already have a code for their tie downs. I'm talking about either new people coming in or RV people or that type of thing, so.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem was probably, like you say, is the ones that are really transable, you know,
Yeah.
the RVs that go in and out, you know, they're just really hard to anchor. I mean,
Yeah, well, we give them the option. If there's a
It's a
storm, they
process.
have to go, or
Yeah.
want to stay, they got to tie down. So
right, that's right, go.
anyway, I'd like to work with somebody in town here and see what we can do.
That's fine, we can do that. I think you and I and even Mr. Morissette, Commissioner Morissette would be happy to get involved.
Okay, sounds
All
good. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. Climate
That good with
resilience.
you, Eric?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
All right, thank you.
Eric's good?
I'll take
Okay.
action next week.
They'll take action next week.
Okay, perfect. Okay, climate resiliency plan. As you guys know, I attended the AAMA conference in Atlanta last week, and was a great program because we got to meet with a lot of people from different agencies. And one of the things that we discussed was that there is a federal funding to institute a climate resiliency plan for our community. They would like to come down and do a presentation for us, as well as partner with the neighboring communities. I did explain some of the challenges that the city has, including the fact that we're pretty much 94% in the creation of air pollution because of our industrial park and the heavy truck traffic that we have coming in and out of the city. And they were kind of discussing with us some type of options of, you know, not letting trucks sit idle, things like that. And that there were a ton of grants available for going electric for those tractor trailers that are doing local hauls, because a lot of our trucks come in because they're picking up from Port of Miami and Port Everglades. So I would like for them to come down in the near future. I'm actually going to be meeting with them while we're up in DC next week to discuss it a little bit further. But I would like for to work with staff on this and getting the town up to speed on the climate resiliency, and hopefully moving us in the right direction for saving planet Earth.
Ms. Mayor,
Yes.
I noticed in the headlines, I think it was this morning, that they were saying that the governor seems to be climate change doesn't exist.
Well, for those that don't, we work around them.
Have to work around them, yeah.
We just work around those that don't work
Florida
work with us.
Department of, the Florida EPA can conduct air pollution monitoring.
The Florida, okay, heard it.
Yeah.
Florida EPA.
Yeah, well, they They will come and actually put sensors on the top of our buildings if we want. I did meet with those folks up there as well. Like I said, we had a very interesting meeting with a lot of information and a lot of programs available. So we need to start tapping into that for our town, because we haven't done anything or taken any action. And the county has their climate resiliency plan, and they're looking for cities to adopt their own individual plans in line with what the county's doing. So we need to move it forward.
Yeah, we go out. I go out every morning and wash the soot off my car because I'm in between Route 1 and the other highway, 95. Mm-hmm. Because I'm in between those two, we get all that pollution. Mm-hmm. And you can write your name in my car in the morning when you.
Oh wow!
You have to go and wash it off every
We'll
single.
work with you on that.
Yeah.
You're gonna bring a brush.
Okay. So yeah. So
Tomorrow mine.
just wanted to put that on everyone's
Work on
radar.
this together.
Yeah, that.
So that we could work on this together.
Yeah. Okay.
So no action for the next meeting, right?
No.
Just
We're
discuss.
gonna bring them down in the near future to come down, and they'll actually write the program for you. They'll come in and do an assessment, and then they write the actual program up for you to adopt, and then show you ways to implement it. They actually find the grants for you. They've already provided us with a list of grants, including like the electric school buses, the electric tractor trailers for heavy traffic, and different things like that. And they've showed us like some of the little ordinances that we can put into place to kind of reduce some of the pollution that we're putting out. And they actually also tested us and kind of had a chart based on our zip code of what we're doing. We're not going to talk about that.
Who's they?
These folks are from the White House.
Like the EPA.
So my direct contact is a young lady by the name of Stacy Fiji.
I thought there was like a name to the group.
It's actually a bunch of them. We have Elemental. We had different folks from the White House. We actually had a meeting, Elaine and myself, on Monday with about 15 representatives from the EPA to discuss some our stormwater and our sewer needs, because they have money to give to us. They have money out there to fix some of the problems that we have, and we're going to be working with them to try to, basically, they'll literally come in and redo your entire drainage system, stormwater system, sewer system. Septic to sewer is a big push right now, and we have to move on these items because of the fact that we don't know what's going to happen in November and with the election. And if the election goes in a different direction, there will be no funding for it. So we need to be getting these grant applications processed as soon as possible. So we need to have direction for staff to move on them while we can. Okay.
Alim, did you get the email I sent you on the new C-slip?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually I spoke to them today. I sent out an email with the new grant cycle.
Okay.
I sent it to the mayor as well.
Okay.
On cycle 9, and I CC the grant writers on it.
Okay,
There's a
great.
meeting scheduled for May 22nd, which is next week, Wednesday. So if we want to apply, if the town wants to apply further, which I think we are, I will be attending the meeting for the other streets that have not been allocated funding. So I've already, committed to that with the MPO actually, the MPO staff. So,
Great, thank you.
okay.
Okay. 15.5, electronic vehicles. Acting Clerk Commissioner Kisham.
I noticed that we don't have any electronics vehicles charger, like where the electronic cars we can charge. So we don't have any in our city. Compared with other cities, we have it. While we're trying to upgrade and develop our cities, so I believe we should have something like that. I saw so many. I have residents also, they have electric cars, and they're just so difficult to go far away to charge. So if we can, where we are developing with the signs and everything, so we can have the chargers for them to be utilized and then use them for their residents, I think is the best idea. So I don't know who can I give the direction, Mark or Alim, to figure it out with where we can.
Most of the cities that have these programs right now, like Carlindale Beach, they actually got a federal grant, a $5 million federal grant to put in a whole system, right? Now, if you just want to put in 2 of the charging stations, there are grants out there that we could apply for.
Can apply.
Yes, so
Mark, who can apply? Mark can apply for it, or you can do that.
we could look into it to see which department has it, so we could, actually see which one is the best one, whether it's federal or the local, which is, when I say local, at the state level or the federal level.
Aleem, didn't I see the new car wash down here is going to have charging stations?
I think the change in ownership they do have, yes.
Yeah, I think they're going to have charging stations. So we'll have some in town.
Where, like
Where the
New car wash,
the new car wash?
yes.
In the same place, but
Yeah.
it's not open it yet, right?
No, it's
Not yet,
scheduled to
but
be open
Will
soon,
be
yes.
soon.
So I
The
never,
change ownership, yes.
I never
Vice-
visited.
Sorry.
Suds something.
She has the floor. He has to wait until.
So try to the also
Look
see
into
the
the grant. If
grant,
there's any
and then
grants,
if we
I'll let
have
you
it,
know.
so don't have to
I'll
have
bring
any
it back.
cost, but we can have, because I want to see the changes in my city too. Thank you.
Okay, Vice Mayor.
He had said that he thought that when the Wawa was approved, that they were supposed to have the
Charging stations.
those stations also.
Did
I haven't seen any at any of the Wawas, and I've been going to Wawas for years.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
I don't
So-
remember seeing that on the.
that was in the contract, like when they have a approval with the city, that time that's.
No, I'm
I don't think so.
Actually,
Well,
I
it
think
is
can-
a
we
revenue
can-
resource.
he's correct, because the Wawas in
that it was discussed in planning and zoning.
yeah, but I know the one that is in Doral, there's actually around 8 charging stations at the Wawa, but I think you pay for it because they are fast chargers. I'm not sure of the approval process that went in to the one that was built here on Holland Hill, but that's something we could, revisit.
Well, the vice mayor was in the planning and zoning board when that was going through, so I
So-
think that's what he.
so if
went
it's-
through. So we have
okay.
to just look back and see
Okay.
if that's part of it.
But I know some of the Wawas do have fast charging electric.
Let's check and
But
make
we
sure
need to
that.
figure it out if that one have it or not.
Exactly.
So if it's under,
They do have them, yeah.
Hold on, hold on, Aleem.
Charging stations, so
It's
we
hard.
don't have to finance it ourselves.
we are not finance. We are looking for the grant. This is available. So if we have it, so you're gonna apply for that grant.
The vice mayor was saying that there's that the companies themselves will come out and put them in, like it doesn't cost for
Okay.
free. It doesn't cost
Just
you.
then figure it out, like because the grant, even though you apply, is gonna take more time.
But they're not
But,
even that
Vice Mayor
expensive
has
to
the
put in.
informations.
You got info, Eric?
I hear half of it, but we can move this forward and nice and smooth because the next 10 years we'll see if the EV revolution takes off or not. But we should, without the infrastructure, it will never happen. People need to be able to charge their cars. And right now, all these charge stations are being put up in the better off neighborhoods, not ours. So we have to push from the town side to get that infrastructure to help our citizens.
Yeah, I noticed that Walmart had them all of a sudden. I see them over there now. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
in Hollywood.
Affluent neighborhoods,
Target does.
they have a lot more. So they're more likely to buy electric vehicles.
Yeah, supply and demand.
Anyhow, like yeah, we just like try to help our residents. So figure it out if it's the company come and put it there, or if we are not apply for the grant, whatever is.
Aleem, you have the paperwork from the EPA. They actually had several grant programs in there for putting in the electric charging stations, and they're not that expensive. Some of them range in price from like $4,000 just for us to put one of them in. So they're really not that expensive. So we can have them at our parks or here at City Hall. I rented an electric car not too long ago. And the only charging places that I was able to utilize were actually at city halls across the state, not South Florida, but across other states. So I think it would be beneficial for us to have it.
Well, we can look into it. See
Yeah.
if we can get some for free or.
Yeah.
or
Yeah. But I mean, $4,000 is nothing, and then you're making the money back, because I'm kind of still cursing about some of the bills I got for last week for the electric car rental.
I don't know when they install them, if you get the money.
No, we can get, actually,
city
the
would get
cities
the
get them,
money?
yeah. Yeah, the city can get the revenue from it. So it's actually a revenue generator. If you choose to charge, I'm gonna say that, because I was driving, 30 minutes to find the free ones. But then after a while, keep trying to chase down the little free ones, and every time I went to one of the free ones, it was full. So then I kind of ran low, and I was like, okay, well, fine, forget it, I'll have to pay. So I was paying to get to the free ones. Then I finally said, forget it, let me just charge it up in full.
Got scary, huh?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Run out.
So yeah, so.
Able to place a couple of chargers over in Oglesby, because then people can charge and then they go for a walk in the park and come back and they will be charged. So that would be a logical place if we have public land spare to it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Clark, comments?
I just want to say thank you. I will be going on vacation, and I am so looking forward to it. So I guess I will see all of you back in August.
Enjoy.
Wow.
Sounds good. Enjoy.
So
Okay.
thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. I have nothing this evening. Nothing further.
Hold on, Eric's still talking. Hold on. Is he having a
wanna
conversation for us, or he's having? Oh, sorry. Okay, just checking.
He's okay. He's okay.
All right, Aline.
There's some other stuff coming up on the garden that hopefully, things improve. We get the additional pods and everything else, so we could get everything up and running. So I'll hopefully bring a better report for you guys by the next meeting.
Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna start on.
No comments.
Okay.
No comment.
Okay.
No comments, please.
I'm ready to go. Bye. Okay. Motion to adjourn.
Hi.
Oh, and thank everyone for. I do appreciate all you guys for coming out and the comments you made today. We heard them loud and clear. We'll work on doing the things that we need to do. With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
All in favor? Aye.